Hey guys, what's up? This is the Round Table podcast, guys, and listen, we're here with another episode, guys, and we just rolling this thing with all this good information. Guys, we're sitting here today at the breakfast. I'm about to say at the Breakfast Club. Lord Jesus, help me. We want to be like the Breakfast Club. Lord, we want to be like you guys, Breakfast Club. But anyway, listen. We have RW3 here at the table. We have Lady B behind us in her chair. Hey. We have Monique in the middle. Monique and yours truly, Antonio. And that's all I have. Just one name. But guys, yeah, but you know what? Listen, the other day I was driving and I was thinking about some things about how we have and this is a Christian thing where I was wondering, why do Christians, including myself, why do we think it's fine we'll go to the show, to the movies, and we'll watch a movie and there's a lot of profanity in there, but yet when it's actors who act in the movie, say you shouldn't be cussing or you shouldn't write that in your script. You get what I mean? It's almost like it's kind of weird. You'll go watch it and you'll watch somebody else do it, but you don't want me in my new life is trying to be a producer and writing scripts. I was like, sometimes you be so,
convicted a little bit.
Yeah, well, I know I shouldn't put this word in there, but yet somebody, you should put that word in there, brother. But then you'll go watch the movie. Mm-hmm. And somebody else is cussing. You know what I mean? They using profanity. And my mind, I'm like, that's just really weird. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm just thinking about that as I was driving. Because we're putting together a script now. And you got to watch the language. And then you have a lot of Christian movies.
But you got to be real, though, coming from a certain perspective, how people are within the script. Yeah. So then it's being fake if you kind of... if you're doing like a thug type of, or like a drug dealer type of scene, you got to have somebody that's raw, not nobody like, oh, okay, don't do this.
It'll sound like that movie.
I'm going to beat your butt.
I'm going to beat your butt.
Yeah. Or like Snakes on the Plane when they had...
I'll slap the stew out of you.
Yeah, and even in trying to use just language that is, slang or whatever. But I guess it was just something I was thinking about. But anyway, guys, I guess we're, how you guys' day been today?
It's been, it's been that
day.
It's a new day.
Yeah.
So
that's right.
New mercies.
Well, the Lions didn't play today. So we didn't have to deal with any depression because they lost.
I'll listen to you.
So they play tomorrow, Monday Night Football.
I hate football. I don't even want to mention the word football.
You looking like a Michigan coach in all your Michigan garb.
Right.
I'm straight, hardcore, right. Detroit, and Michigan. Michigan State.
You Wayne State over
Michigan,
there.
I'm
Ferris State, Central State.
That's right.
University of Detroit. What's that broadcasting place on that mile? Specs Howard.
Speck Howard.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
OCC,
I wanted to go to Speck Howard.
Wayne County.
Shout out to Speck Howard. You guys doing a great thing over there.
What's that one on? What's the one on off 96? Madonna
University.
That's a broadcast journalism.
Yeah, I heard they have
everything we read.
Well, they do. They have an excellent
program.
Yeah, because I was going to go there. That's what one of my professors told me that I should go there. But guys, listen. We would like to thank you for
tuning in.
Guys, don't forget to like this page, guys. Don't forget to share this page.
Yeah, share right now.
Guys, we trying to take over podcast, at least in our city, Detroit. And guys, that's what we're repping from, the Big D, 313, guys. We out here. And listen, if you like what you see, subscribe, share this page, like this page, go to our YouTube page, which is the podcast. No, the Round Table.
We'll get it together.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get it together. But guys, I guess what I was going to say is the link will be below so that you'll know how to subscribe to our YouTube page, guys. And hey, we just trying to make it work. And let me say this, guys. Always understand, this is an entertainment show. we may say some things that, don't take us up on everything. You know what I mean? Everything that we say, mainly me. You know what I mean? Don't take us up on everything.
Especially him.
Yeah, it's an entertainment show, guys.
Mostly
We're here to
the men.
entertain.
Right, the men.
We try to bring some truth to this, but all of it at the end of the day is all about being entertained and helping you to enjoy your day. Whether you listen to us in the radio, in the car, and guys, listen, we sound really good in the car. So if you got your cell phones, listen, plug it up. If you got the connection.
Dallas is losing. I hate Dallas. I shouldn't say hate.
Come on now.
But anyway, that's what I was saying.
Goodness.
So, but guys, listen, like this page and
that's right.
And don't forget to share this page.
That's right.
Okay, so what are we on the docket for today?
All right, guys. I don't know
Here
if
we
you
go.
guys heard about Fantasia. She was talking about submission and how you should submit to your significant other. So our take on this, what do you guys think? Do you think wives should be submitting to their husbands? And how does that? Because that can be very broad. So just kind of
define
Should this be a
submission.
conversation between me and you?
You and
no, it should be all.
I want everybody.
Okay,
no,
but let me,
Everybody's opinion.
let me say
Yeah.
this. She said it on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
So just so we'll know where she's gotten this information.
Most definitely.
And guys, go check the Breakfast Club out, and you can go ahead and see what she said on the Breakfast Club. But yeah, go in. And I think people went in on her too.
Oh yeah.
That she had to actually, her and her husband, I think, right? They went and they made another video about that submission. So what do you guys
So
think about
people
that?
are saying that wives should not be submissive to their husbands?
Well,
I guess what was the context of what she was saying?
Just what she said. She said she just thinks
she's saying that some women come into a marriage and because they so used when they have that so strong attitude where sometimes you gotta calm down. Fantasia was saying and allow the man to be the man. You can't tell me what to do. And so because she said she had that issue where she was kind of like, hey, I'm, he was like, wait, I'm the head, and she said she's the neck. So we should be allowing the man to be what he is, the head. So just trying to.
So I think because of this and this Me Too movement as well, you have a lot of women, and not just even then, you have a lot of women. I could bring a scenario, but I can't do it because it's still too early. I can't
You
put
gonna
names
save
out
it.
there. Yeah, I'll
Right.
save it. But I mean, of a real situation like that from a phone call that I just got. But anyway, you have so many women now who feel like they can do everything that the man could do. And I believe that in that submission part, I think it's the word submission. And I think we really need to really understand the definition. Because somebody pull up the definition of what submission means. Even though submission will be different under the biblical standpoint under Greek or Hebrew. But as far as we look at it in this area just to see what the definition of it.
Yielding. Oh, wow. The action or fact of accepting or yielding to a superior force or to the will or authority of another person.
Okay, that's big.
So
that's big.
So what kind of authority is this? I mean, that she could be coming from.
Well, I mean, obviously she's coming biblically. She's talking about what does do we have a scripture that actually pull up about submitting wives? It doesn't say wives submit to your husband, husband submit to your wife. Doesn't say that.
And when it talks about in terms of submission as he follows Christ.
Right, as he follows Christ. So in that, as I think that what happens is that we kind of use that word submission, and we look at it as I'm greater than you. You know what I mean? And you're supposed to bow down to me. So I think as we take it out of terms, and then because of these different women who's been more independent, more college, I think it's more women that's college educated than it's men. And it might be more women that are successful than men. I'm not really sure of that. So in that word submitting, you know what I mean? I guess they feel like, wait a minute, you should be submitted to me.
There are a lot of scriptures in the Bible that talk about submission. Genesis 3:16 says, the woman's desire will be to her husband and he will rule over her.
Right. And you got to look.
But sometimes they could take that
the
out
word
of context.
you got to look at. See, this is my thing. we are Americans, and we look at our wording, and the English word is a lot different from the Hebrew and even Greek. So that word could be so strong to those people, for Americans, you know what I mean? Where that word doesn't really mean it, as, you know what I mean, exactly like we'll say it as being Americans, you know what I mean, as far as the English translation. So my thing is submitting, I don't know. I mean, I think it's like this. I think that if you are in a relationship, that each one of us play a position. And I think that you own up to that position that you play. In terms of it, if you say that while we're married, I'm going to do this. This is my part in the relationship, and this is your part in the relationship. Now, in terms of submitting to those things, I think that's what you should do, because you play a part and I play a part. We work together in our relationship to make it strong. Maybe your strong points are this, and maybe my weak points are this. Maybe you're strong. And I think in terms of submitting, I think you should submit to that. You get what I mean?
And I agree. So, you know what? And I think, like you said, I think when it comes to submission, not as some people and some men use it as a dictatorial perspective, as opposed to, like you said, Tone, I'm submitting and you're submitting to the greater good of the relationship. Right. For example, I would expect my wife to submit to me. For example, I don't, like now, like the other day, I went home, the cable was off, you know, and they was calling me, and I had the money. I went home and said, oh, the cable off, let me go and pay the bill. So sometimes I just don't pay things sometimes. I wouldn't want her to submit to me being passive and taking care of business when she is more on point with handling bills. Right. So why would she submit to that nonsense? That's right. Just because I'm the man. Right. So submitting to the greater good, meaning that, babe, okay. Right. You handle that. That's right. You come to the house. That's right. You know, heat might not be working.
But even when she made the statement, she said that she was so used to doing, meaning Fantasia said she was so used to doing everything, you know, being a celebrity and all that, and you taking care of her business. She said that her husband looked at it and said, hey, listen, you don't have to do that anymore. Listen, that's why I'm here. I can help you with that, and let me take that off of you. So my thing is I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's in the interpretation. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you can say something, look, hey, you got to bow down to me. You know what I'm saying? Because, see, I know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? In fact, we're going to go ahead
that's what submission is move. Not. Yeah,
right. Submission is not giving orders.
No,
that you gotta obey.
Yeah. Cause see, I'm the man of the house now, and you
that's
know,
not obeisance.
Yeah, you gotta cut all that loose now. You know what I mean? Cut that loose. You know what I mean? Me and Terrell got this thing going on over here, and I'm gonna need a couple of dollars from you. In fact, you know, run
not
that
take
money.
My money too.
Run that money. You know what I'm saying? And on the 5th and the 3rd.
So what is people saying, y'all?
I'm gonna hit that.
So what is people saying about that? All these, because I didn't get a chance to really look at.
Well, I don't remember the comments. I know that they have to be talking about just the word submission itself. You know what I mean? Because women are more independent these days. But my thing is, now let's reverse it. Do women believe that they don't need a man anymore? Do they believe that?
Wow, ladies, that's a good question.
Let's switch it.
I don't really know. I'm married. I've been married 20-some years. I don't really know how to answer that.
I'm the opposite. I've been single. I've never been married. I've handled everything by myself on my own without a man. But I'm not one to say I don't need a man.
Right. But what
I've heard some women say they don't need a man, but I don't.
Well, and this is a song that Jill Scott made, and it's called. I Need You. And she talks about how, there's a spider above her bed, right? Mm-hmm. And she says, I don't need you, quote unquote, to kill the spider, but I really do need you to kill the spider because I'm scared. Right. So in essence, it's like, do I really need you? But I do need you. Right. I know what you said, Monique. It's like you're handling it. You don't need them per se. It's almost like a double.
Let's draw it out. In this society where we have women that and I'm gonna go there. So you know I'm gonna go there. You have sexual toys out here. You already have that.
Say that again.
You have
that's a major
women
problem.
can make their own money. You know what I mean? They can buy their own car. They have their own credit score.
Make their own cheddar.
Yeah, they can. They pretty much. And these days, you can go adopt a child if you really want to, or you can do that. What is that called? Insemination.
Artificial insemination.
Insemination. So they really have everything already set up for them to say, like, why do I need you? So that right there can be dangerous.
When you go,
but there's no replacement for human interaction and human companionship of the opposite sex.
I'm about to go. Right. But now listen, now they have this thing whereas you can, let me go there. You can bring people in. You ever seen those movies where they say, I use this guy for this day because he's the sexual toy. I use this guy for intellectual conversation. You know what I mean? I'll use this guy because he know how to just have fun and he's funny.
Cook.
Yeah, he can cook. So my thing is that it's dangerous. I'm saying it's dangerous. I'm trying to set it up so you can see, wow, yeah, it is dangerous. What do they need the man for? But that's where we are now, where we see that I've have all of these things are given to me. Now, why do I need you?
So when they get in that, when they get in that relationship, that marriage, it's like, I've been doing this all. Why do I got to submit to you? I've been, know. So that's the kind of mind frame they come in with.
But we have, in my opinion, we have created the environment. Of course, and the women still make their own decision, where, as opposed to dealing with all the nonsense that I have to deal with a man, I would prefer just to. And I think we create the environment where they don't feel covered, safe, loved, where they can come into that relationship.
Did the people in the back hear that? Say it again.
So I think we contribute to women moving in that direction because our lack of responsibility and taking care of business. We have not all been, so let's not be all defensive and everything, but some of us will have children. We're mad and we're upset because she has to go down to friend of court and
force you to help take care of your own children.
It's just things that we do, that creates this a bad taste in a woman's mouth when she feels
that's why she don't independently. Need him. So that's why she don't need the man.
Why she moves that direction.
You heard the saying, "I can do bad all by myself." Okay. It's one of those things.
So now, so why do let's go to the question. Why do she need the man? Why do you think she need the man? Let's make it hard instead of so.
Go ahead.
I think a woman needs a man for, like you said, the companionship.
It was designed that way.
Two are better than one.
Yeah.
You need somebody to lean on.
And that helpmate.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you said that. Mm-hmm. And because even from, and humans are no different, because we have higher order of thinking, we move in a different direction. When you just look, and I love the Discovery Channel, but the animals, they naturally operate in how God created nature in that companionship and partnership, and the mother-father and raising children and how they operate in that vein. It is naturally
right.
And I think, like you said, Tosh, it was designed. The need is based on the design. He created man, he created woman for a purpose, and I think that's what a need is in that creation.
Right. So I think we need one another.
Absolutely.
I think we need one another. But I think we fight that and we try to build on our own and it failed. To me, my thing is, and I know Tosh want to talk, my thing is that I believe that no matter what you say, there's still some form of loneliness there. There's something, and you might don't really see it or you might be missing, but I believe it's there.
So when you come into that marriage, that union, for submission, they come in with so many expectations. The woman is coming in, the man is coming in. So this woman has been already like holding it down on her own, and then it's like, I gotta submit. What you mean? What is submit? You know, so it's kind of like they uneducated in terms of what really submission is.
Right.
You know, so that's the thing. Just kind of gaining the knowledge of what it really means.
Because why would they cut into her so hard? Because I heard they was going at her. I wish we could have read some of the comments. Yeah. But they were going in on her because that word is not popular.
Yeah, I mean, submission, like I said, it is not, being under his rule or under his thumb. Like, I think for me, it's easy and natural to be submissive to a man who has leadership qualities. Like, if he's a natural leader and he's taking care of business and you feel safe that he is going to do what's best for the both of you as a unit. It's
but what
easy.
if y'all both work? I mean, what if you work and he works? So, I mean, you know what I mean? The money is being contributed from both parties. You know what I mean? So it's you helping and we both helping. You know what I mean?
But not even the financial piece I'm not even talking about. I'm just saying, he has the wherewithal to do what's best for us as a unit in a partnership.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It's easy to be submissive to a person like that. You can't, it's hard when the person can't keep a job. He's a liar. He wants to cheat. He wants to do all these things that's causing contention in the relationship and wants you to submit. That's not easy.
You're supposed to be
so like Fantasia said right here.
I lost my feet. Can the producers bring my plug?
But producer, could you bring the plug in?
So Fantasia said, then she said, we need more men to stand up and lead the way. Most women are trying to be the leader. That's why you can't find a man. You can't be the king the house, fall back and be the queen and let your man lead the way.
That's true. See, when I look at that, I look at the fact that you have so many guys that still trying to get themselves together in terms of
that's true.
Well, they're still hanging out. They still haven't gotten that playboy mentality. That's an old school word, playboy. Somebody don't know what that means, or just player or whatever you want to call it.
The game has changed because of what you mentioned earlier. You got women out there that are willing to have relationships without commitment.
Yeah.
So what's making a man want to stay in a...
Now, I gotta ask, let me ask you, what do you think about this woman? Everybody, do you think it's the man's fault that the word submission it sounds so... what is that word?
So nasty.
Yeah,
so tainted.
I forgot the word to use, but it sounds so bad. I'll use that word.
Absolutely.
It's a man's fault.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Maybe it is. Maybe it's the man's fault.
Yeah.
Because let me, and it's like when we come together, and the ladies can kind of speak more to this. When we come together as one. And it seems like just doing therapy with women, when we come together as one, it seems like he's able to maintain an identity in that oneness, and she seems to have to lose who she is, her identity in that. And it's difficult to submit when they both can't maintain a level of who they are as they come together as one. I have to lose who I am to make this thing, make sense. I ain't even going to charge off for that.
Well, let me ask you this. And that's good. But let me ask you this. Could it be that the woman, because of what men do, I don't think it's the woman that's already in the relationship. I think it's the woman that's outside looking in, but she's also looking at these different men that are out here, meaning the cheaters, meaning the ones who just hadn't got it together, still hanging out on the corner, still wearing saggy pants, still want to be a rapper at 89, you know what I mean, and still think they got it, you know what I mean, still think they got that player in them. I mean, my thing is that the woman, and as she's had a child by this type of guy, and now she's been stuck to take care of the guy. Not really stuck, but she feel like I have no other choice. There's a lot of brokenness
out there. There's a lot of broken men that are inflicting pain in relationships.
Yeah, so can you
But then she says right here, she said that though the husband and wife are equals, you have to let the man be the head of the house.
Yeah, and I think that means in terms of direction. I think that where we should travel, what road we should travel down as a family, and what we should take up as a family to say this is what we're going to be, identify that. I don't know.
I think it makes things
chime in.
run a little more smoothly. It's just like in any, like if it's run like a company, somebody has to be the authoritative figure.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And you have to, whether you want to or not, do what the lead person says. But I mean, it just
works. But then they said that a leader doesn't lead, they lead by example. They lead with where they're showing that person how to, develop or something like that. It was something.
Yeah, but plus you have to create like this. Let's even talk about the round table. Tony introduces. He leads the show in. But we don't feel as though we all don't have a part. He introduces it. Hey, what's going on? He gets the show going.
Right.
Someone has to do that, but we don't feel as though we're not a major part of how this thing moves. So that's what the leadership is.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's just for example.
A leader makes things run smoothly.
So that's
almost the same in a marriage or a partnership.
It's almost kind of like, how they say within a church, everything plays a part. You know how some people may say, well, you're the pastor and you're the ministry leader. You are coming together, everybody playing a part. It's not nobody in the body. Nobody is higher than the other person.
Right.
Everybody's
and
coming together.
That's how I look at it. I look at it that, hey, listen, we both play a part in this. We're this the body. One can't function without the other. And I think if you look at it that way, it doesn't make like who's superior. Oh, you ain't over me. You know what I mean? I make more money than you, so how you gonna be more over me? I don't think it's really about that. I think it's just like we're working together to build this team to take it to the next level. And yeah, there is some submission in terms of I understand what you're saying and I believe it. I trust you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's the thing right there.
I trust you.
I trust that you have both. You have the best interest.
You ain't perfect because I know I done went down a lot of roads with this family, financially and running a business. So I do understand that you're not perfect. You have to, and those decisions, they can't hurt you in the long run or they can help you in the long run. But just saying that, listen.
But even when you fall, I trust that you
can pick it back up and keep it moving. And that's the thing. So I think we just, our mindset, terminology. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I think that America and in terminology, in terms of wordplay, it's oh man, it's so much.
It gets twisted up. I think a lot of stuff get twisted up. People take, like I heard some people say, they take parts of the Bible that they want to take and they leave the rest out. People take little pieces of what they want and leave the rest out. You know,
it boils down to what their definition is, because when you use the word submission, I think in some people's head, they're thinking
slaves.
Yes. You a slave. You up under that person's feet. You know.
The Bible uses
that's not what it means.
Yeah, that's right. So I think we just the wordplay. You know what I mean? Who was there? I think it was Kanye West. He said something about one of the words.
Was this in one of his sermons?
Yeah. Remember when he said that? I don't even want to go on that story. That story done changed so much now. Jamal giving money back to
the college where his
mom
Kanye's mom passed that.
Oh, wow.
Because Kanye went on one of his other services and I think he was hyping up Donald Trump. So now.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
But we don't want. I know we changed the subject, so we want to get there. But we just saying that who pimping who is real, guys. You need listen. You haven't seen who pimping who.
Check
you
it
need
out.
to go to
check
that
it out
and click on who pimping who, because that's what we seeing right now, and everybody's playing one another. You know what I mean? So, but anyway,
the submission thing.
Yeah, the submission.
And I think people think that most people that know me think I have a strong personality, that I don't seem like the type that would be submissive in a relationship. But my idea of submission, like I just said, I mean, being submissive and opinionated are two. I think I do. I agree. I could have a strong personality. I'm very opinionated.
Okay.
But I think, like I said, it would be natural to be submissive to a man that you look up to and you honor. You think that they're a leader.
But you didn't want to submit to. You said if you have a man in your life, if he said, hey, I'm about to go to Fridays with my boys, you feel like, if you say, well, babe, I'm just going to go with the boys, you feel like you should be able to go.
Oh, see, that was a whole different subject we were talking about. I just think in a relationship.
Now,
you said you should see. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I didn't say I would force my way into his.
Now the dirty.
What did you say?
It's getting dark. I see the clouds coming in.
I think in a relationship, a couple should be close enough that it should not be a problem if the woman wanted to come.
Now, but if he told you, me and the boys, you said you would feel some type of way if he said, well, no. Me and the boys together.
Well, let's set it up. Let's set it up, woman. Let's set it up.
Did you not say that?
Hold on, but let's set it up so we know what the audience is talking about. Because it's always about the people looking at us. So, okay, so let's draw it this way. What if, let's do that. That's good. What if your husband, you said that, hey, babe, I'm about to go to Fridays with my fellas. And, should you say, I'm going, or say, do you think it's cool for me to go? Or should you just say, hey, I'm going.
And I want to
go. No, that's not cool.
Or you should start putting your coat on, walking out with it.
Or should you ask?
That's what you think I meant.
Listen, and what if he say, I'm not cool with that?
I don't think it's cool for her to just say, oh, I'm going.
I'm going. Just grab her coat.
Right.
That's not cool. She should be invited.
And if he don't invite you, cool with that.
I'm saying if she is. If you invited with your fellas to say, hey, listen, producer, come and turn the timer off. But I'm saying, what if your fellas already said, we're going to meet here at this time. We're looking for you so we can just chill out and do whatever we do. Now, is submission saying that your husband says, I don't think you should do that and you shouldn't go?
Then I would not go. I would not go. I said, I think that in situations, if it's something that the guy does regularly with his boys, and there was a time that I wanted to go, like, babe, I'm starving. Like, do you mind if I come along? If he never wants me to come along, that would be a problem to me. Like,
if it's all guys?
Yeah. If
it's all guys.
Right.
I don't think that's a problem if it's all guys.
Because I said if it were the other way around and it was me and my girl.
I don't want to. That's the point. We don't want to go.
But if you did want to go, like I said, if
I'm not gonna want to.
We don't want to.
Because
say you were chilling in the house,
have nothing in common.
Just having her having that
if you were
open
hungry,
invitation.
Yeah, if you were hungry,
baby, bring me some back.
Yeah, because you don't know how your fella's gonna feel. They can be like, why are you bringing her along? You know what I mean? That's what's gonna happen.
We got 2 cars, so when she go there, I'm gonna go pick me a plate up.
When we talked about this before, I did say that would be a factor. If it's like intimate, where you guys are having a conversation where it's like, we're talking something that you should probably sit this one out. But if you just chilling, it's something you regularly do. Y'all watching the game. How come I can't come and grab a bite to eat for a second? Like dip in, dip out.
So
why?
So what? Why don't y'all have like couple days where why y'all don't have couples where the husband and wife or the boyfriend and girlfriend they go out with the girls and the guys and the girls go out together?
Well, I'm thinking,
sometimes.
But we talking from the point of view that if these are your guys and this is something y'all do for your outlet, it's almost like they say a man cave where this is their outlet. I don't think that you should. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that you should even want to ask that question, should you go? Just like I wouldn't want to ask the question, should I go?
I just don't think it's a big deal between a couple. And it's so funny because the same day we had that conversation, I happened to go to Fridays that day with some friends, and the guys were there. And one of the guys, his wife was there. She came, she ate, she chatted it up for a second, and she left.
Okay.
Remember, I texted it out to you, to the group. Like, well, I thought that was cool.
I'm not saying every time. I'm saying that, if they just so happen to just be going out, then that's cool.
Right.
But I'm saying all the time, your fella's going to say something to you then.
No, I'm not saying she invite herself along every time.
Yeah.
No time.
Yeah.
But he's like, never.
But now let me ask you this. Is that submission? Is that being submissive?
I think it's being submissive if you agree and if he says no, you shouldn't come, you stay home and you stay home. That's being submissive.
I'll say stay home. You can go to your girlfriend's house. I mean, I'm not dictating that you stay home.
My girlfriend, that'll be my girlfriend. If you acting like that, no.
Because you think about it this way, women gonna do something different. If you take your man along with you, with your girls, them girls gonna say something. They gonna be like, girl, why did you bring him? See,
but
no,
I mean, I would clear it up. I would say, look.
Now they gonna stop hanging out with you then.
I would say, look.
They're gonna be looking at him, getting friendly with him, wanting your man.
Yeah.
Monique don't play that.
But it doesn't matter because you inducing them to all them. They're like, hey.
But depending on the woman, she might say, no, I don't want to be around no guys. I want to just be us.
I think I would clear it first with the group and be like, hey, like if I said, Tasha, I didn't cook today. My husband is starving. Do y'all mind? Are we talking about something special today, or is it okay if he come up and eat?
Well, no, as long as I can see that one time.
Yeah, I just said one time. I didn't say all the time.
What I would do is just order him something, like, I'm gonna order him something, let it come to the house or something.
There we go.
DoorDash.
Yeah, I'll be cool with that. Because I'm just gonna get on, chill, get on the video game, eat. You know what I mean?
I'm glad you go because you was dagging me anyway.
Yeah, but I want you to go out and have some fun. Go have some fun.
It should be, have that open communication where you can go out, have fun. He can go out, have fun. It should be.
Nah, I ain't trailing along with you.
But that's what I'm saying. You should be close enough to do either or. We could do it separate. Yeah. We could do it together. We could do it with our friends, without our friends.
Yeah, but that's a mission.
We should be
thing.
Cool like that.
Yeah. That's true. I guess we just gotta learn how to communicate back and forth. Yeah, that's the main thing. Even that word submission. But guys, listen, that was it for today, guys. Listen, we hope you liked this one. This was a little bit more laid back today. It was on the docket. We thought we'd talk about it. And what do you think about that?
Quick.
Is submission something that what does submission means to you? Leave that in the comment. What does it mean to you? Maybe it's something different than it was to Fantasia. You know what I mean? Or should women are women being more submissive today to their husbands, or do they think they don't need a man to submit to? So leave your comments, guys. Let us know what you think. Like this page, subscribe, go to our YouTube page. It's going to be below the screen. We'll put that up.